Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving straight into something absolutely fascinating, the actual, literal psychological mechanism behind why doing good feels so incredibly good. We are going to bypass all the heavy philosophical debates today and look directly at the hard behavioral science of positive action. By unpacking the neurochemical and behavioral loops going on in our brains, we'll see exactly how altruistic joy functions. So get comfortable and let's explore the powerful mechanics of kindness.
Now, what is the simplest formula for happiness? Seriously, if we strip away all the complexities of modern life, the endless stacks of self-help books, and those incredibly complicated daily routines we all try to maintain, what is the most elemental formula for just creating joy? We often treat happiness like it's this massive, complex equation that takes a lifetime to figure out. But the research actually suggests that the formula is hiding right in plain sight, driven by a deeply ingrained psychological cycle. Let's look at exactly what that framework is.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the happy circle.
The cause and effect logic here is just beautifully straightforward. Step 1, I do good. That's your action. Step 2, I feel happy. There's your emotional reward. And step 3, I repeat. You do good, you feel happy. And that immediate emotional payout intrinsically motivates you to do it all over again. Happiness, in this context, isn't some static state or a one-and-done transaction. It's a continuous, self-feeding engine. The action creates the emotion, and then that emotion actively fuels your very next action.
Listen to this. When I do something good, my brain feels happy. Because it feels good, I want to do it again. It has this sheer, almost childlike simplicity to it, right? It sounds like a warm, fuzzy sentiment on a greeting card, but this is a literal, scientific description of human behavioral mechanics. Your brain is actively recognizing a beneficial action and releasing a chemical reward, which effectively guarantees that the behavior will happen again. It's just a perfect, unbroken loop of goodwill.
Which brings us to Section 2, the science of altruistic joy.
So what's really happening here? On one side, you have that basic, subjective feeling of, I feel happy. But on the flip side, what's actually firing in your biology is a complex internal reward system. They are literally two sides of the exact same coin. When you perform a helpful act, your body isn't just throwing out a random reaction. It is firing up a highly evolved neurobiological pathway. It's your brain's way of signaling that your behavior is valuable, not just for the people around you, but for your own survival and flourishing.
This whole dynamic is textbook positive reinforcement. It's a fundamental psychological cycle where virtuous behavior is encouraged and sustained by internal rewards. In behavioral psychology, we are so used to focusing on external reinforcement, right? Like earning a financial bonus or getting a compliment from your boss. But the real, absolute power here lies in the internal reward. You don't need a cheering section, you don't need external validation. The cycle is entirely self-contained. The pro-social behavior is sustained purely by the psychological payout it automatically generates inside of you.
And the specific name for this is altruistic joy. This is the immediate sense of joy and emotional satisfaction triggered by performing a kind or helpful act. The key word there is immediate. It's not some delayed reaction or a 5-year goal you're working toward. The literal second a kind act is performed, the trigger is pulled and boom, the emotional satisfaction hits. This specific type of joy is the highly refined fuel that keeps your internal reward system running. It's an evolutionary mechanism that ensures we keep cooperating and helping each other, simply by making the act of helping feel instantly amazing.
So, let's take this a step further in Section 3, cultivating habitual goodness.
When you put this all together, a single helpful act triggers that immediate joy. Then, because our brains naturally crave that positive state, those internal rewards actually push you to replicate the behavior. Before you know it, it forms a totally self-sustaining loop of beneficial conduct. It permanently connects altruistic actions with emotional satisfaction. And once this loop is up and running in the background, doing good isn't an obligation anymore. It's not a conscious, exhausting effort. It becomes a totally automatic habit, driven by your brain's natural pursuit of feeling good.
Ultimately, habitual goodness is cultivated through a feedback loop of happiness. This is a real game changer. Being a quote-unquote good person doesn't actually require an endless supply of willpower or moral fortitude. It's really just about tapping into this natural feedback loop and letting your brain's intrinsic craving for joy do all the heavy lifting. You do the deed, you experience the happiness, you crave that awesome state again, and you repeat the behavior. You are literally cultivating your own goodness by cultivating your own joy.
We've explored the mechanics, And now we know for a fact that an incredibly powerful internal reward system is sitting inside you right now, just waiting for a helpful act to release that altruistic joy. The science is crystal clear, and the framework is just astonishingly simple. Your self-sustaining loop is ready to be activated. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final question to chew on. How will you trigger your own feedback loop of happiness today? What's one small action you can take right now to set your own happy circle in motion?